So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to replace the locking pin, which is on the lock. And that is a common thing that messes up with the Discovery's locking mechanism for the key to unlock the car or lock it. And there's an aftermarket one that's a lot beefier. So while we've got the door off, we're going to do that. We're also going to re-upholster the Alcantara on the door panel. So let's get started. So the first thing we have to do is take the door handle off. And the door handle is hooked onto a device inside the door called the actuator. And it's an electronic device that takes electric signal from the car's computer and then locks and unlocks the door. It's also half mechanical, so this is where all the mechanics from the door opening, the handle from the inside and the outside actually moves so we can open up the door. So the door handle is hooked onto the actuator, and there's basically from the inside is where you unattach it. So that's what we're going to do. So that is the connection point. So you just have to get that plastic connector to open up, and then the rod will come out. Now a 25mm screw on the side that attaches the handle, and then we'll take the handle off. Slide the handle forward, and you can pull it out and expose everything. So this is what the handle looks like. This is the part we're going to be replacing. Mine is still fine. Everything's fine with it. It works. This is one that I've found at a salvage yard. Notice that the door lock was not working. You see how it's sheared off? So we're going to put on a newer one that's beefier and stronger. So hopefully we'll never have that problem. So I've got the handle upside down. I'm going to attempt to not take out the locking mechanism, put it in a device, and hopefully I can just hold it right here and punch it from the underside, that pin that locks in this, and then install the new one. All right, so I was successful. I got it out without having to put it in a vise. Just punched it out from the underside about halfway, then took a pair of pliers and pulled the pin. The pin came out. So here's the original I just removed. Here's the new one. So the Cars 4x4 makes it. They also sell it through Atlantic British, which is where I got it. I don't know why Atlantic British doesn't really advertise it more on their website as far as being beefier, and it's not the stock one. But as you can see, it is extremely well better made. So I think specifically right here, it's just a lot beefier. So we're going to try to do the install the same way, and it did come with a new pin. So we're going to put that in and go from there. So I got the new pin in, everything is installed, not too hard, and we'll go back to installing the handle. So I guess the first thing I need to figure out is this little clip. Do I install it right now, or do I put this in and then put the metal clip in once it's inside the door? Gotta figure that one out. So I got everything installed back. Just some tips: use your hand and guide the new part into where it fits in, and then the linkage that hooks onto the door, that opens the door, you want that all the way down, so it'll initiate the unlock, not the unlock, but the latch release. So a note on this procedure: when I put in the door handle. I did struggle with it a little bit. It took me about 4 or 5 times to put it in. For some reason, I would install it and the key would just not lock and unlock properly. It just didn't feel right. Or would take it out, just try it again, try it again. It wasn't until about the 5th time that everything just really kind of felt right and the key worked correctly. So I just want to let you know about that. I think I am going to put a small piece of duct tape around that connection from the latch wire, that rod that comes down, that hooks on to the back of the actuator that allows you to open the door. It's not part of the lock, it's part of the latch. I just have a bad feeling about that little plastic connection.